How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here, and we're back for another Dokkan Battle video. In this video, we're going to be talking about several of the banners that are going to be available during Global Dokkan's 7-year anniversary. So, if that's something you're interested in, why don't you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are, as of me recording to this video, 27 days away from Global Dokkan's 7-year anniversary. My previous two videos were a two-part series where I discussed a couple of the units that I think you should be preparing in these next 27 days. And upon reflection on those two videos, I realized, maybe you're a newer player if you're watching this video, and you don't necessarily have some of those units. Well, I'm here to tell you, guess what? Just about every single one of those units that I mentioned in my preparation video, in one way or another, are available during the 7-year anniversary. So we're going to go ahead and dive on in and take a look at these banners. So, as we mentioned in the other video, we're pretty certain the Global Dokkan's anniversary is going to be starting on the 6th. And as such, on the 6th, we're going to get our first banner, not the Dokkan Fest banner. This banner here. You guys may have noticed in-game that you've been receiving these tickets for completing missions. Those tickets are for this banner right here, the 7th Anniversary Ticket Summon. And I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the banner here and show you that there's actually a lot of good stuff on this banner, this Ticket Summon banner. Quite a few of the units I mentioned, the support units, are available via this banner via free tickets. So, like in my video, I mentioned that if you have them, you should be working on the AGL Trunks here, who Dokkan awakens into the Trunks and Goten, Trunks and Goten for Vegeta family and Goku's family support on GT Heroes, or the GT Heroes support through the Goten here, who Dokkan awakens into a Goten and Gohan. I mentioned both of those as good pairings for the Super Saiyan 4 team because they would support most of the GT Heroes characters on there. So definitely worth the pickup. And here they are on this free banner that you'll be able to summon on the moment the 7th anniversary starts. For the gods, I did mention this support Krillin here. He gives 40% support to all allies, plus some extra support up to 60% almost for movie hero characters, especially if you're running them on Kamehameha with Gifted Warriors and you have Trunks and Goten on the team. So they can actually get quite a significant buff. He is a good unit, and he also is available on this banner. A few other units I mentioned were these Blue Gokus. This AGL Blue Goku I mentioned as a good unit on the Gods team, as well as this Fizz Blue Goku as well. And the tech one here. All of these are available. They were characters I mentioned that you could be working on to run on the Super Saiyan Gods team, because they are on Movie Heroes and they are on Power Beyond Super Saiyan as well as Kamehameha. The nice thing about this banner, this is a free ticket banner, you've also got all of these LRs available to you that you might be able to summon from this banner. So this will be the first banner that's available to you to summon on during the 7-year anniversary. I mentioned the Int God Goku is available on their team, and he is available through this summon if you didn't pick him up. The Int Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is available through this as well. And actually, I think that's about it that receives the 200% buff from the two units. So you have a chance to pick up an LR. It's a low chance, but it's there. And so this is the first banner. So if you didn't have any of these units coming into the 7-year anniversary, at a minimum, if you're doing the countdown missions right now, you're going to have over 100 tickets that you can summon with on this banner alone to try to pick up some of these support units that will work well on either the Super Saiyan 4 or the Super Saiyan Gods team. Alright, so that'll be the first banner that pops up. The second banner that pops up is going to be this one here, the 77 unit multi-banner. So we're going to go ahead and hop over to this one and take a look at it. Where is it? It's hiding here. Here we go. So this is a 77 unit multi-banner. It will be available from the start of the campaign for Dragon Stones, causing you to use 300 Dragon Stones if you want to summon on. I'll do a video as we get closer to the anniversary about whether or not I think that 300 stones is worth it, but just know it is available. There's also a ticket version of this, and the tickets will be starting to be handed out once the anniversary starts, and you won't actually be able to summon the tickets until the very end of the anniversary. This banner is definitely a good banner, especially considering the tickets that you receive, and it basically has all of the support units released in the last couple of years, right? You've got the Piccolo and the Int Third Form Frieza from the worldwide download list celebration last year. You have the support Cell for Extreme Android Cell Saga. He is good if you manage to pick up the AGL Cell. The Garlic Jr. here is an excellent general, a extreme class, that's the word I was looking for, extreme class support. This Gotenks is extremely good, especially if you're running a Movie Heroes variant of the Gods team along with fusions. He will support any characters on the time limit category, so he's pretty good. Time limit is basically fusion characters, so definitely good there. He won't be receiving the 200% buff from any of them because he doesn't do the Kamehameha, but still a good support nonetheless. You have the support Tien, the Bootanks, the Supreme Kais, Hercule, and then a few others all the way back to this Int Cell. Maybe not so good on these other sides. And then, like the other banner, you have access to these LRs. Now, this banner in particular is extremely good in that you are guaranteed 3 LRs at the end of it. One from the OG set, one from the sort of mid-range set, and then one from the newer sets. However, again, I'll do a more in-detailed about this banner specifically later on, but again, as I mentioned, if you didn't have some of these support units that I mentioned in my other video, you've got a pretty good chance of picking them here on this banner, the second banner to be released during the Dokkan 7-year anniversary. Okay, but I know what you're thinking. You guys are probably more worried about many of those Dokkan Festival exclusives that I mentioned. Those will be available on these 2 banners here, the LR Dokkan Festival banner for the Super Saiyan 4s and the Dokkan Festival banner for the Super Saiyan Gods. Let's go ahead and take a look at these here. So we'll take a look at the Super Saiyan Gods banner first. Obviously, their banner is going to have the Super Saiyan Gods on them, but they also have 4 of the other units I mentioned that work well on their team. The Power Beyond Super Saiyan or Movie Heroes. The STR Gogeta here, I mentioned yesterday, the Tech Vegito, this Fizz, Goku and Vegeta that transform into Gogeta, they are available on this banner, as well as the Int Goku, who I mentioned was a great link partner if you're running Power Beyond Super Saiyan and you're running the Fizz Super Saiyan 3 Goku. All of these characters receive the 200% buff, and they are on this banner, which itself is already stacked when you look at the rest of it, right? I'm just talking about the 200% characters, but this banner also comes with Full Power Frieza, UI Goku. This guy, actually, now that we have Majin Vegeta, is redonkulous next to him, right? He's actually makes a very dominant rotation, and I've got a video on that. Y'all should check it out. Maybe I'll link it in the description. It's a good one. So a stacked banner with 4 of these, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 of the 10 units here, being on the Gods 200% leader skill, as well as they were units I mentioned you should work on if you didn't have them in my last video. So the other banner available as part of this Dual Dokkan Fest is the Super Saiyan 4's banners. Obviously, this is going to come with the Super Saiyan 4s that you can summon for, as well as a few others that I mentioned that you should begin working on in my Super Saiyan 4 video, one of the first videos that I put out on this series. So in part 1, I mentioned that you should be working on this AGL Goku, this STR Vegeta, this Int Vegito. Goku and Vegeta, they transform into Vegito once they are in their LR status. And then the GT duo here between the the Goku and the Vegeta from GT. All of these Goku units and the Goku Vegeta unit here all are on the Kamehameha category as well, and will have access to the LR Super Saiyan 4's 200% leader skill. And even though this Vegeta doesn't, if you didn't have him, he is definitely going to be a good pickup if you manage to pick them up through your summons. So those are the two banners. Just like most other Dual Dokkan Fest banners that we have, there will be a ticket version available. Just like last year's 6th anniversary, the ticket banner is with these, we'll call them rainbow tickets. They'll be available throughout the campaign and can be used, I think, usually when Part 2 drops. So you'll have some chance to pull all of these units with Dragon Stones, which you should be saving up. If you're newer, you're going to get over 1,000 stones throughout the campaign itself. So you're going to have stones to summon. So I'm not really going to talk too much about that in this video. But just know that there is a ticket version available with rainbow tickets, plus the Dragonstone version, plus on Global, I know it's not shown here because it's the Japanese version, but on Global we will have Global exclusive tickets, right? Usually they give 3 per multi, and then it takes 10 tickets to do a multi using those tickets. So we'll have that. So you'll have plenty of chances to pull the units on Global, and probably pull some of the units I mentioned that were good additions to the Gods or the Super Saiyan 4 team. Okay, so that is it for the Part 1 banners. So now we're going to move on to the Part 2 banners here. So the first of the Part 2 banners is going to be this top legendary summon. It will have both a Dragonstone and a ticket version available when it drops, so just keep that in mind. It has quite a few units. None of them are on the 200% leader skill, just so you know, but you do have an option to pick up a bunch of different LRs on here, and this list will actually have to be updated. I believe the most recent one, when JP had theirs, was these guys here, but our most recent one, who will be in the general pool that you can pick up here, will be I think the Goku and Gohan will be on there, so you should be able to summon them, the Tech Goku and Gohan. So if you didn't get them, you might be able to pick them up on this top legendary summon. So no real units that get access to the 200% leader skill, just another banner, top legendary summon banner. It's probably going to change now that they've moved to this 3-unit system for legendary summons, but we'll go over more of that as we get closer to Part 2 of the 7-year anniversary. I'm just kind of doing a quick overview of the banners in this video. Now, the other banner that's going to drop at the same time, this will be when the EZA that I mentioned for the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and the Super Saiyan Gods happen. They will come with their own banner here, which will include the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and the Super Saiyan 4 God Goku and Super Saiyan God Vegeta. These are their SSR forms that start out in Super Saiyan. All of these are great additions, and with the amount of stones being given in the 7-year anniversary, if you did not have these units, I honestly would say that it couldn't hurt to try to pick them up with maybe a multi or 2. But again, I'm just kind of throwing this out here for your information. That's ultimately up to you to make that call. This is just kind of for your information on where you could possibly get some of those units that I mentioned. Since this is a Dokkan Festival banner, though, at least the Gogeta will be available in the coin shop for 400 coins when he does show up. So if you got a bunch of coins stockpiled up, it's honestly not a bad investment, because he is a great addition to the team after his EZA. Okay, alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next banner that's coming up. So, in the final Part 3 of the 7-year anniversary, we will get one final banner, which is going to be related to a set of missions for a new event called the Ultimate Red Zone. This event will be giving out tickets throughout the anniversary, and when Part 3 starts, we will finally be able to use those tickets to summon either on a banner that will guarantee us either movie hero units or GT units. So we're not going to spend too much time on the GT units, because there's literally no one here on the 200% leader skill, except maybe this Pan, but she's not really one I would say you should focus on. I didn't mention her in my last video before, but she is on GT Heroes and Kamehameha if you really wanted to run her. But she's more centered around Peppy Gals anyway, so she's not going to help the team much. Okay? So, the other banner though, the Movie Heroes one, is actually super good for the gods, because it gives you a free opportunity to get the Super Saiyan God Goku and the Super Saiyan God Vegeta that I had mentioned, as well as the Fizz, Trunks, and AGL Goten that are on Movie Heroes and Kamehameha, therefore getting their 200% lead. So totally worth it, in my opinion, to use your tickets, as many as you can, on this banner. If you manage to clear the red zone, it is extremely difficult, so don't hold your breath. As well, there are this Gohan and Goku are on Movie Heroes, but they won't be receiving the 200% lead, so I wouldn't worry too much about them. But definitely a chance to pick up 2 of the units I mentioned that you could work on. So anyways, guys, that is a quick overview video of the 7-year anniversary banners. Those are all the banners and all of the opportunities you are going to have to pick up many of the units I said would make great additions to the Super Saiyan Gods and the Super Saiyan 4's teams of GT Heroes, Fuse Fighters, and what was the gods? The Power Beyond Super Saiyan and Movie Heroes. All great additions. Easy way to pick up. We are going to be getting over 1,000 stones during the 7-year anniversary, which will guarantee you, well, I shouldn't say guarantee, it's a Gacha game, right? You're going to have a pretty good chance of picking some of these units up if you've got stones saved up, or even if you're coming into the anniversary fresh, you're going to have a chance to pick quite a few of these units up. So that's my thoughts on the banners. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm going to consider this a 2.5 addition to my 2-part series. There'll be more in another part of this series where I talk about farming some of these units if you've got them already. So look forward to that video. But if you did like this video, please hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And if nothing else, guys, thanks for watching, and aloha.